fear has held you back all your life. Well, guess what, guys? Now it's time to advance. It's time to go out and do what you need to do best. I know I was speaking to my wife's dad a little bit earlier today, and it's so amazing how he's going out and he's talking to a lot of the different store owners and setting up the distribution centers. Just absolutely phenomenal. I want to welcome everybody on the
All
line.
callers are unmuted.
And we want to welcome you guys. There's the red again. Hang on a second, guys. Here it is. Okay. Let me go ahead and mute.
All callers are muted and they can unmute themselves.
There we go. Guys, we're having a blast here today, and we appreciate everybody being on the line. You know, the key is duplication. And we've got a lot of people that are duplicating. In fact, my signs finally came in the mail. I'm going to show you guys here. This is one of the signs that I've got in the mail. And I don't know if you can see that or read that pretty clear because of the lighting in there. But that one is a really, really powerful one. It talks about detoxing and losing weight naturally. And if you notice there's a before and after pictures. I'm going to try to see if I can get that really close to the camera. So you have the before and after pictures there. Absolutely powerful on that sign. I like that sign. Got another one here. You guys are probably familiar with this one right here, the IASOT, lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Great sign, works very good for setting up in the different distribution centers. And when you're going out and talking to people, guys, and they see that you have these signs, it's amazing. It's amazing what's going on, you know, with as far as how people are perceiving and looking at. Here's another one, really, really good. I like this one too as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. Lose 5 pounds in 5 days. You see the picture there at the top. And then if you notice, I don't know if you guys can read that really good, but it talks about, you know, helps rid the body of different things, parasites, worms, eliminates fatty cells. And it's incredible because this one talks about a whole complete diet program. So we're finding a lot of people want to get the HGC drops, as well as the tea, and then a lot of people are, of course, getting on the NutriBurst, or they're getting on the NRG. And this one, great pictures on there as well. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, guys, and that's why you'll find that when these signs are sitting up somewhere, you notice the back on them, they hold them up really good. When you have these as displays, here's what we're noticing. As a lot of people are going out to the different shops, because you're putting the signs up, when that shop owner, or if it's a beautician, or if it's a nail tech, they're not going to think about all day long to talk about your product. They're not going to think all day long to talk about, you know, the tea or whatever it is that you left with it. But what happens is when people go there, they're customers, and they sit there, or like you heard Cynthia earlier. And again, by the way, guys, I'm having my delicious cappuccino, and these are really, really powerful. I love the taste of it. Drinking out of my cup. You see that there, the 505 cup. But what people are finding is as they're sitting there and they go in and they see these signs, it automatically makes them inquisitive. They want to know, how do I do that? How do I get that? What is this all about? And so at that point, one of the great things that you want to do, guys, is on the sign, because this is what we've noticed from Cynthia. On the signs, make sure that you have your name on there, your number, and, you know, something to the effect of, for more great products, visit my website. Here's what we're noticing. There are a lot of times that people are in a hurry, and they'll read the sign, and before they're getting ready, they want to know about it, but they're not ready to maybe purchase right then and there. So if your name and number's on the sign, what happened with Cynthia the other day is that, you know, the people walked into the UPS store, they saw the sign, and some of them just wrote her number down and went home and called her and asked her more, you know, what's in the tea, how does it work, and blah. And so Cynthia got a chance to talk to them. Others purchased the product, went home, and got her number off of the bag because it was on the front of the tea, and they called her, and they were excited about getting other products that TLC has to offer. So the key here, guys, is when you go to any place, make sure you have signs. If you are walking around, you're doing one-on-ones, I highly recommend business cards or postcards. And there's only one thing wrong with this postcard. If you guys, I don't know if you can spot that or not. There's one thing wrong with it. I'm going to see if anybody can figure it out. What is wrong with this? I want you guys to understand what that is. And got a little background noise coming from my line. I just had to mute it up. The only thing that's wrong with this car, it does not have your information on it. And that's what you want to do, guys. You want to make sure that you put your information on there so that therefore, and on this car is really nice, it's designed here, a spot right here for you to put your label over there. So when you take your label and put it right over there, these cars are great because when you're talking to somebody very quick and you hand them a card, they're looking at the front, talking about losing weight, before and after. Then it gives them the back. It talks about all the different products. They have skincare, they've got coffee, they've got NutriBurst, and I love it. It says, "Wake up and be awesome. Change starts now." These are very useful tools because sometimes as you're going about very quickly, meeting people one-on-one, you may not have time to explain about your product. It may be just something, a quick 5-second elevator pitch. Well, guess what? You hand them the card, you hand them a business card. There's some more business cards that I wish I could show you right now, but I don't have them up on the screen. But, some of our people, some people on our team have made up cards that says lose 5 pounds in 5 days and had the before and after pictures on there. I mean, just work great because these are eye openers and these are the ones that are getting the attention. I want to bring up on the line with us right now, Dorette, who's having phenomenal success out there in New York. Dorette, are you on the line with us? Dorette, I believe you just...
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead, Dorette.
Yes, I'm having a lot of success, and the effort that I put forth to make a schedule and to be determined to not let one day go by without me doing something to promote my business, whether it's putting up more flyers or making phone calls or going store to store. And I found out now that once you go with your supply, I have a bag that with different section, and I packed it with my flyers, with my papers and cards that have all the information about most of the product. I have samples of the oil, I have the tea, I have the NutriBurst with me, I have coffee. I take it all in the bag and I go into the store. Like yesterday, I have a phenomenal, it was so beautiful. I went in a barber shop. I brought the bag in. I asked to speak to the owner. They point to him, and I went over to him, and I started to give the presentation. And then while I'm talking to him, all the other barbers, there was like 6 of them. It's a big barber shop. And they're listening, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like expressing everything so that they can hear. And I took out the oil, and I talked to him about the oil, stating that what the oil, the immune oil does. And I said, and being in the barber business, when you cut someone hair, sometimes you may even get a razor burn. This is excellent to put on there because it's anti-inflammatory, it's for burn, it's for soothing, it's for pain. So you have something that can put right there to soothe and help healing the problem if you ever run into something like that. And then I show them the strike up, and then I talk about the tea. And while he's cutting the guy here, he's letting me talk, and then everybody. All of a sudden, one guy goes, "Does that oil help with eczema?" I said, "What?" So I gave him the flyer to read because I print out all the information on it. And he's like, "Well, let me have." He said, "How much is it?" Because I only had the sample bottles. And he said, "Let me have one." So I sold it to him for $7. Then all the other barbers wanted it. Then 3 of them bought tea. 1 of them got the strike up and tea. Then the customer came in and he's telling him about it. The customer he bought one of the immune oil, and that was my last one I had. And then the other guy in the back came out and he's asking me, "Does the tea help to if you have to take a urine test?" I said, "Look, the paper said that if you have drug residue in you, it will detox you and clean you out. I'm not saying if you go out and do drugs tonight and take the tea, you're going to pass the test, but it has to clean your system out. So if you're planning on, doing it and cleaning your system out for a while, I don't know. But all you can do is try it. So he bought the tea, and I was in there I got on the call like around 2, and then around 5 or 6 minutes after that, I had to get off the call because I was in there, and I did not leave out of that shop until about 3 o'clock because the questions that they had, and everybody wanted to know this and that. Then one of the guys, because I had the paper on the Shaga, and when he read up on it, he said, so where's the Shaga thing? I said, well, I don't have it with me. You can get it online, or I can get it to you next week. He said, and I said, well, that costs $79.95. He goes, I don't care. And I'm like, okay, so then either you can go online, and I show him the website, and I gave him my card, and then a couple of them asked, well, what's your name? Let me put it on the card in case I have to ask you something else. But they were so excited. I walk out of there with about $100 and maybe $40-something. I walk out of there with selling tea and the Strike Up and the Emu oil. I mean, I'm having a ball with this thing. It's just, and that's what I'll do. I'll go to different places like the barber shops and hair salon where there's customer, and also, where there's multiple people working at different stations, and the customer, they sit there, they listen, and then when you start making people realize that you care about them and they have a need, because you have to let them know that they have a need. These people don't realize how sick they are, some of them. And then when you start talking and letting them know about medical things, and like one of the guys, when I told him, I said, your stomach and your brain have the same components. I said, you have serotonin in your stomach. What? You got, and I'm saying, yes, if your stomach is messed up with toxic, your brain is going to be messed up too. And I mean, the whole place was like, and I know they want me to come back to bring them more oil, because one of the guys said he bought 3 of the little sample one because he said his son has eczema in the creases of his forearm, and so he wants to try it in there. And he says, if it works, he wants to get the bigger containers, because I told him it comes in a bigger size also. But it's just phenomenal what's going on with the tea. And I mean, I talk to everybody I see now. I give them a flyer, or I said, I approach people. I just hand them a flyer. So I'd like to share something with you, and I hand them the flyer, and they'll take it and walk. And some will say, so what is this? So what does it do? And then I explain, and I just keep putting up more flyers and keep moving on. It's just, you just have to put yourself in the business and become a part of it. And like when I'm talking to them about it, they're watching me also. I mean, I'm telling them, look, which is true. I don't put any foundation, anything on my face. All I use is the Emu oil now. And I said, before I used to put a little mineral powder. Now I don't do that anymore. Now I just put the Emu oil, and they look at you because they're seeing you talking about it. I said, and I drink my tea every day. And every time I go out, I have my tea in a nice little glass bottle in my pocketbook, and I pop it out right in front of them every time. And I said, I carry my tea with me everywhere because I'm exposed to toxins all the time. So I need to drink my tea every day. And so I show them the tea, what it looks like, and that I have it with me drinking it. So it's that I'm not only telling them what they need to do, but I'm doing it. And they see what's going on with me, and I know what's going on with me, and they feel it, they see it, and people it's just amazing how so many guys are buying the tea. I think I sold more tea to guys than I do to ladies.
Well, Dorette, let me ask you this, because this was really important. See, guys, Dorette has been on a journey here. And I believe the first time we met face-to-face, wasn't it in Atlanta? Was that correct, Dorette?
No, the first time we met face-to-face is when you came to New York the first time.
Okay, it was New York.
And then in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. And when she came to Atlanta, Durrett, you had something going on with your back, and we told you to try. Was it the chaga shot?
No, that was my neck. That was my neck. I
Oh,
was in a bad accident, and my neck was so bad I couldn't move. I was like in so much pain. And then when I came to the table with you guys and JB, I was in a lot of pain. I mean, I was trying to tough it out because I didn't want to miss the event. And you guys came prepared because you said you should try a Chaga shot. And I think somebody had the Nutriburst and you guys had the Gano and the Chaga, but you guys made it up right there. Had the waitress bring me some hot water, and I drank it. And I tell you, in minutes, I was able to function, go about the night with the event, and also it had like a calming, like a happy feeling when you drink it. I drink Chaga shot every night now. That's a part of my regimen now because I like that calming, relaxing feeling that you get after drinking it. I really like it even better than just taking the Chaga pill, but that's just my preference. I like the Chaga shot more than taking them separate. And I also like the Naturburst that way because when I take the Naturburst straight up, to me, it gives me like a jittery. I don't understand that feeling I get. But when I take it with the Chaga shot, beautiful. And now I found out that some.
Let me ask you. I don't mean to interrupt you, but the amazing thing is, guys, that we've all been on a journey because at that time that she came to Atlanta, I didn't know the full impact of the IASO oil. I didn't, or the emu oil. I didn't know the full impact of that, and I didn't know the full impact of the difference in doing the chaga shots. We had just heard about it. It was all brand new to us. And so therefore, the longer that we've been in the business, the more we get acclimated to the product. So if you're brand new, don't worry about don't let it go over your head because it'll come. You get acclimated to a lot of things just hearing other people's stories. But the amazing thing that I wanted to point out is that as she started to feel better, she started to feel more comfortable about the business. But now, Durette's business is taking off from her, and it's taking off for her. And the reason why I'm saying this is because think about this for a second, guys. What she's doing now is totally different than what she was doing a couple months ago. And when you could see it, you could hear it in her voice, the excitement in her voice as her money now is starting to come up. In fact, last night I know she even purchased another $1,600 order worth of products because she's got those products already lined up to sell. But guys, I want you to think about this for a second. What's happening with Durette is that when she goes out to the distribution centers, she's not just setting the distribution centers up, only to make the amount of profit and to get the customers. Have you noticed, guys, that when she goes out, she's talking to other people too, and many of the other people she's talking to, she's retailing the product. So every time she goes out, she comes back home with money. And that's when you can turn cash daily, when you have cash daily that you're going out and you're making, all it's doing is it's increasing her money that's going into her account right now. And at the same time, as she teaches this to other people in her group that will go out and do the same thing, now they have daily money that they're making, and they're getting the additional customers that are going to be coming in from the utilization of the distribution centers. It is just a perfect system. And so, Durette, we want to say we're really happy for you. We're excited. You're paving the way, and your business is really now starting to pick up. Even though you've been in Total Life Changes for a while, it's just now starting to pick up. And guys, the only thing that Durette is doing different is the fact now that she's concentrating more on the retail to recruit, and someone showed her how to do it in various different ways. She's doing parties where I believe you said you made like $950 or something at one of your transformation.
Yeah, $945.
$945. I love it though. We'll take the $5 out. So $945. This is what I'm saying. Before, when she wasn't having the transformation parties, or if she was only doing one and not the other, but now she's using a combination of transformation parties. She's doing one-on-one when she meet people. She's going out to the distribution centers, and now all of this is starting to be reflecting in her income. And it took our mindset. It's a mind shift to say, yes, this is what people want. Now, what Durette doesn't know, on her journey, which is so amazing, by what she's doing now, and maybe she's figured this out, because of the duplication process that's already started to take place. Where do you guys think she's going to be 6 months from now? As she has maybe hundreds of stores that are literally pushing product out every single day, hundreds, if not thousands, of customers taking home packages with her information on it. And at the same time, as she's meeting people, she's not only getting customers now, but she's going to have more people that want to join her in her business. My whole thing to everybody that's on this line right now is Durrett was just like you in the business. You know, she probably, like she said, she was fearful about going out at first. She was intimidated by it. But now that she's done it, you can't stop her from doing what she's doing right now. She's having fun. She's meeting people. She's making money every single day. And as she teaches and shows other people how to do that exact same thing, how big do you think her organization will be 6 months to a year from now? With everybody having the same type of fun as Durrett is having right now. Durrett, we want to thank you for getting on the call. Any last minute words you'd like to say to anyone before we conclude this portion of our call?
I just want to say, don't give up, and no matter what, if this is your dream or if it's something that you set out to do, no one can stop you. No negative thought or feeling can stop you, because the fact that at the beginning, just like Brady said, just like everybody else, I'm no different from anybody else. The point is, once I went to those conventions, and you hear and you see and you look at regular people, just like yourself, and said, if they do that, why can't I do it and achieve the same thing? And the point is, your goal that you set for yourself, you can achieve it, and you could go ahead and do it. Not that it may happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it will happen because you don't give up on yourself and you push forward. Use your ideas. Jack Fallon made it simple. I feel like a partner with him rather than I'm doing some MLL program or something like that. He make it so that we can make money and we can help people and ourselves. So we have everything laid out for us. It's like the yellow brick road is there. Just walk down it, and like Brandy said, follow the program. You can do it in your own style, but you follow the format. That's all. And you go out there, and everybody we talk to, we tell them about the product. We hand out a card. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. You can just say, can I give you a card, please? And you give them the card. And most of the time they'll look and ask you about it. And if not, you don't know what that seed may turn into. Hand out your card. There's free places. There's libraries. There's the supermarket billboard. There's laundromat billboards. You can put your flyers up anywhere with your information, and somebody will contact you. And the minute you get the first win of that high, that's it. It's on. Because once you break that negative barrier that we do to ourselves away from us, we'll attract all the positive people.
Well, Durrett, I'm glad that you broke that barrier, and we want to thank you very, very much. So we appreciate you being on the call. Guys, in the next few minutes, I want to share with you guys the vision about what's been happening right now. And, I was talking to Alexander this morning, and it's so amazing because, you may have one side of his organization is growing like crazy. And the other side, it's been growing, but it's been growing slower than he wanted it to. But I'm going to share with you right now what's so amazing. Alexander and I were talking this morning because a while ago he put a gentleman in who came in the business from, I guess originally his origins is from Japan. And when he woke up this morning, guys, there were 8 new signups overnight. People from Japan. See, last night the gentleman that he signed up actually lives here right now in the United States, and he went to a meeting out in California, and Durrett just talked about the importance of going to meetings. And when he went to the meeting, he met with John LeCar. And what was interesting is from his conversation, he found out that in about 45 days, the company would be opening up Japan fully by staffing it with a call center there. I think it's going to be also like a warehouse there as well for shipping product. And those guys got so excited that 8 new people. Alexander now has a downline in Japan, and what a lot of those guys are doing now is they're trying to rush and build an infrastructure before it actually opens up there in Japan. Why? Because by the time it opens up, if their group is 100, they can grow to thousands very quickly. If their group is 1,000, then it grows to 10 or hundreds of thousands very quickly. And you never know. Guys, you never know. You could be going along every single day, and you may have a lot of growth on one leg and not a lot on another. But if you keep on the pace, and that's one of the reasons why we tell everybody, go and set up the different distribution centers, go out and meet people, because you never know who's going to come from that. You never know who they know or who they know. And so because of repeating the right constant information, giving that out to people, repeating the right constant, as we say, behavior, that will, in effect, over time, ladies and gentlemen, give you and produce the results that you're looking for. It's so amazing, because when you look at a person who sits there and they'll say, well, here's a person that sits and watches TV all the time. So instead of going to work, they want to sit there and watch TV. Well, what's going to happen? The guys, over time, they're going to do what? They're going to end up losing their job. But they want to watch TV all the time. But without any income coming in, pretty soon the TV's going to go off, because the power's going to go off, the cable will go off. And at that point, the person's still not going to get what they wanted to do, which was really sit down and watch TV, because they did not do the things that's necessary to get them in a position to do the things that they wanted to do. Guys, this is what we're doing here. We're doing right now what's necessary to build a business. Because think about it right now. How would you feel 6 months from now, a year from now, because of having the right behavior and building? That 6 months to a year from now, you had enough residual income coming in that if you never mentioned Total Life Changes again at all, but the check still came in every single month, how would you feel? The point of what we're sharing this today is, guys, it wasn't easy for Dorette to go out to the stores. She had to get past her fears. Now she loves it. She's talking to more and more people. She's retailing product every single day. So that means she's bringing home money every single day. See, the activity that she's involved in, the activity that Cynthia's involved in, the activity that Alexander is now out involved in, the activity that J.B. Moore is involved in, the activity that Coach J.L., I can go right down the list. And hundreds of other people that are now getting engaged in the right type of behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the building blocks for success. So we have two choices. We can watch others do it, and therefore we see what happens as they progress up and their life changes. Or we can be a part of it. We can go out and help many, many people change their life, getting them the essential products that they need, the products that they want, and the products that we know they're going to feel. And by doing that, as Zig Ziglar has said all his life, until he passed, he said, if you help enough people get what they want, you will ultimately get what you want. And I want to thank you guys for being on this call today. We wanted to keep it a half hour. We are right now at a half hour. I appreciate you guys getting on. It has been an incredible week last week, guys. You broke all kinds of records. I looked last month. Our team did over I think it was 1,200,000 in sales. But I know at the rate that it's going right now for this month, our team's going to surpass that. And guys, you deserve a big round of applause, because literally that means that much product has been sold throughout the entire team. Can you imagine how many more customers that are on the product now will turn around and tell their friends and their relatives, because they're experiencing some phenomenal things with the products? And that's why I tell everybody, guys, you don't know the impact that you're going to have on somebody's life by sharing these important products with them. And in return, you can end up literally changing your financial zip code. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for getting on our call today. Our next call is Monday at 2 p.m. Guys, this whole weekend, I'm going to tell you the best days that we've been hearing to talk to the different people at the businesses like Monday and Tuesdays with some businesses because they're slower that day and you can actually talk to the owners more. But the best time, the absolute best time for going out and meeting people and sharing the product, guys, has been the weekends. Because the weekends, people are more relaxed, they're out. It's a great time to carry your cards, great time to carry. And what I love about the Strike Up and the Love, they're so small, they're so compact, they fit right in your pocket. And what we've done is on the inside of the Strike Up and the Love, we've actually, on the plastic part, I don't know if you guys can see that there, but we've actually took our information.
Randy, you're breaking up like crazy.
Oh, it's the system, my friend. It's nothing we can do about that. But what you can do is on the inside of the package, guys, you can put your information on the inside of the package. And therefore, when a person opens it up, you're actually going to tape it to the outside of the plastic. And that way, when they look at it, you're not covering up anything from the company. It's very important that you do not cover up. I'm going to put that there and see if you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see it or not. See how the company's phone number is there? Never, ever, ever cover that area. Very, very important, because you don't want to just have your information and phone number be on the front. But when they look at the back, this lets them know the legitimacy of a company. They want to see an 800 number that they can call. They want to see an address. All of that is right there. You want them to have the company's information. And then never cover up anything on the back as well, because, guys, this gives them the ingredients of everything that's in there. If I got something, or think about it, if you got something for somebody and that information was covered up, would you take it? Absolutely not. You're not going to take it. You're not going to ingest it. Same thing on the Love package, guys. Never cover up anything from the company's information or on any of the packages. Like when you're putting your information on the ISOT, never cover up anything here on the back, the instructions. But there's a great spot on the front right here in between the lettering here and the lettering at the bottom. Great place for your stickers as well. So I want to thank you guys for getting on the call. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. We'll see you on Mondays.
All callers are unmuted.
Until then, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye for now.